This is another video on the mini fridge series, and this is part number 3. So far today, I have cut out this little square right there, so I can fit my blower inside of there. And then, I'm also going to secure this board to the top, so I can seal all this up later with a piece of plywood. And also, all of the electronics are working. So, let's get this on here. Yeah. Let me just skip to the part that I have this somehow mounted on there. Now, I don't exactly know how I'm going to do it, but I'll see what I can do. Well, I got part of this covered up now. And I went ahead and got this thing mounted down pretty good. So now I just have to cover this last little bit up. And I think it should be ready to start on up and see if it goes. So let me jump over into that part. And once I get that tested, I'll kind of explain how the wiring stuff works. Let me just skip to that part real quick. Okay, I finished making this wall right here, or enclosing this box, and I kinda sealed it up as good as I could for now, until I get some actual insulation foam. But anyways, you can hear the fans going right there. And where's my paper towel? You can see it's blowing out some air. And then I can stick the paper towel up here. It sticks. So let me get it running, and then I'll get the temperature from it. Well, y'all can't tell this right now, but this thing's blowing out some pretty cold air. Which I shut this off for a little bit while ago because it started forming ice on it, but you can see that it's already to start again. It's already starting to form some ice on it. Yep, so it gets really cold. So I ended up sealing up some of the cracks, so yep, it worked pretty well. So now, let me explain the wiring diagram. So the diagram for the wiring basically goes that this wire is the input. It has the live and the neutral and the ground. So, the thing is, the live, it first goes into this box. You know what, let's just get our screwdriver over here, and here, to here. So you can see that the live wire goes into this side, and then that goes across the switch to this side that has that wire, and then that wire comes out of it. So when this is activated, that's what activates the power that goes to this, the compressor, and the fan back here. So, on this side, that comes out right here on this wire, and it goes to the common contact of the relay. So that whenever the relay gets turned on, it puts power out on this wire, and that goes to the compressor's input, and it also goes to this wire that goes to the fan controller. And I'll explain more on this after this part of the video. So, also, you might notice that there's a wire coming off of the incoming power supply, or the live wire that first comes into this switch. Don't worry, this is unplugged, so, yeah. This wire goes out right here, and then that goes to one side of this thermostat switch. So the other side of that comes back right here, and it goes into one side of the coil of the relay, and then the other side goes to neutral up in this three-way connector. So whenever this thing gets turned on, it sends a signal to this relay to close these contacts that sends power to both the compressor and the fan controller. So now, part 2, the fan controller. So let's go from here to here. So you can see that this blue wire that I mentioned earlier, that only is on when the relay's on. So the compressor turns on, and it also sends power to this blue wire. So this blue wire goes into the input of this three-way switch. And then one output goes to the yellow wire that is the medium setting, or I use it as a low setting. And then on the other side of this switch, you can see the red wire goes right there. So the red wire is the high setting on the fan. So when I have it on this way, or this direction on the switch, it goes to the yellow, so that it's on the low setting. And then when I have it on this side, it goes to red, which is the high setting. So, I'm going to show you how the current or electricity eventually gets there. So, first of all, we start out in the wire. It goes into here, and it also goes to this. So if you were to turn this on, it would turn the relay on, except since this side of the switch isn't getting power that goes to this side of the relay, it won't activate any of the electronics over here. So when I turn the switch on, then it sends power down to here. So then when the thermostat kicks on and it turns the relay on, it does get power to here. So then that sends power into the fan controller and also straight over to the compressor. So when the compressor and the fan controller are on, that means that it's running. So then eventually when this thermostat gets cold enough, it turns off. So this relay switches off and it cuts the power to the compressor and the fan. And eventually I'll have a transformer that's running the other fan that I just put down here, but for now I just have a 12-volt battery. So, that is the explanation of the wiring. And this is the end of part 3 of my mini refrigerator series. I won't be able to post any more videos this upcoming week because I'm gonna be doing something. But the next video the next video on the series should come out at the end of this upcoming week. And that's all for this video. Until next time.